So, it looks like we've got some Iowa results. Just kidding. We don't have any Iowa results because, it's like 4 hours after, 5 hours about, somewhere around there, after the counting was finished. And it seems to be the case that there are zero results to be found from the Iowa caucus. Now, stunningly, Pete Buttigieg has literally claimed that he has won. Now, the problem with this, obviously, is that there is 0% reporting, or at the most that we have is actually 2% reporting, and that comes from the Des Moines Register tracker. Most of the trackers have 0% reporting. So, he says, Iowa, you have shocked the nation. By all indications, we are going on to New Hampshire victorious. So he's fucking lying out of his ass. He's blowing smoke up your ass totally. There's no evidence that he has won. Literally zero evidence of this at all, folks. Seriously, there's no evidence whatsoever. So understand that he has not won this at all. Now, there's been a complete craziness. So it all started with the DNC doing quality control, is what they call it. To me, it sounds like a euphemism for a word that starts with an R. Obviously, you guys know which one that is. And it started taking a long time, and everyone's like, where are the results? Where are the results? Where are the results? And nobody could find any results anywhere. We never got any results, except for that 2 measly percent that we got. So it turns out they had started this new app in Iowa. Now, some sources or some news outlets covered it. That was not a story. That story actually went under my radar. So I didn't report on that story, but it malfunctioned. So the geniuses over at the DNC created this app. Okay, actually, we don't even know who specifically created the app. They're hiding it from us. They're hiding all this information when they're lying, trying to be transparent. And so Lee Fang from The Intercept tweeted out saying, 3 different sources say a firm called Shadow developed the Iowa Dem Caucus app. They haven't responded to comment. Neither has Iowa Dem Party. The firm was paid by both Nevada and Iowa Democratic Party, disclosures show, also by Mayor Pete's campaign. So now we're at the point where, if these reports are correct, there are these like literal shadow groups called Shadow, all right, who are developing this app, and then it's paid for by one of the candidates in the race, which presents a massive conflict of interest, which is absolutely unacceptable. And the fact that they're allowing this to happen is insane. It's asinine, okay? And so, oh, hey, look, in the state that Bernie Sanders is poised to dominate, and by the way, remember, I did a story about the historic DMR poll, which is this big event when it drops 2 days before the Iowa caucus, right? Oh, there was some coding error. It turns out Bernie Sanders was in the lead. He was at 22, Warren was at 18, Pete was at like 15 or something, and then Biden was at 4th at 13%. So that confirms that our suspicions of Joe Biden getting smashed and them trying to hide the poll to, basically turn down the narrative, it was true. So it looks like our suspicions have come true. There seems to be this narrative, this sort of attempt at basically trying to kneecap the Bernie Sanders movement, the Bernie Sanders campaign, his run for president, all of the above. All of the above is what it looks like, okay? Literally all of the above. Because what's going on now is they're burying the results so that we actually don't know what the results are. Now, the thing is, if they wait 1, 2, 3 days, even now, if they come out in a couple hours or tomorrow morning, it doesn't matter. So by then, a lot of the steam is already gone. I would say like 70% of the steam is already gone. The big stuff happens when it happens the day of and he wins, which is what was going to happen. It would change the narrative. All the news outlets would be covering Bernie Sanders' victory. Now, there's none of that. And then, if they come out tomorrow, a lot of the energy is already dead. But if they come out 3-4 days later, oh my God. I mean, it's basically 0% because Iowa's delegates mean nothing, the numbers-wise. They're so tiny, right? What Iowa means is it's all of the momentum that comes from winning Iowa and then winning New Hampshire, because he's going to win New Hampshire. But stealing Iowa from Bernie is what the DNC is doing. And basically, the people who benefit from this are Joe Biden and Elizabeth Warren. Those are the candidates who win. Because if Warren, polls worse, right, she doesn't do so well, she hits under 15%, she's in trouble in terms of a longer race. She's already trying to basically look ahead at those later races, okay, like the Michigan and stuff like that. There's a report of that. So this helps Biden the most because Joe Biden basically gets to just completely go past this, okay, which is the biggest thing for his campaign. Now, there's this tweet that came out, says, I represent the second largest county in Iowa. Joe Biden was not viable in my precinct by the second alignment. He had one supporter and received 0 delegates. There's a lot going on right now, but Biden's poor performance in must-win areas should be concerning to Democrats. So this is what's going on. So Joe Biden is performing poorly, okay, and they're trying to hide it. They are trying to hide that he's sucking. They're trying to kneecap Bernie Sanders. So Bernie Sanders has won this election. Trust me, it's very clear. The numbers indicate that, very obvious, okay? And they're trying to kneecap him. And here's super funny. It says, Joe Biden campaign raises concerns with Iowa Democrats regarding considerable flaws in tonight's caucus reporting system. Oh, yeah, that's what they're doing. So the Joe Biden campaign is trying to cash in on this, and they're trying to essentially do the, oh, we need to wait longer to take as much time as possible. It's the stall game. Stall as long as you can so that all of the energy that comes out of Iowa goes away. This is literally dreamland for the Joe Biden campaign. If you think of the perfect scenario for the Joe Biden campaign, this is it. Because the biggest problem for Joe Biden is Iowa and New Hampshire and the momentum that comes with the early states, right? So the fact that all of the steam is being taken away, I still have no idea. It's 10 p.m. Pacific time, which means 1 a.m. Eastern and 12 a.m. Central time. Don't know when the results are going to come out. Don't know if it's next morning. Don't know if it's the next 3 days, 2 days. I have no idea. I have no clue. So what's going on is the DNC is basically taking away this election from Bernie Sanders once again. These fools can't even put together, I don't even know why they're using an application. Just do hand ballots, right? Just write the shit down, please. And can we just get rid of caucuses? Because this is embarrassing, dude. This might be enough just to totally just erode caucuses, because again, if you can't even do that, what good are you? What can you actually do? And so they're taking it away from Bernie Sanders. Pete Buttigieg has claimed victory. He's obviously not won anything. He's a fucking rat-faced lying bitch. But this is not a good look. It's unfortunate. Hopefully the results come out as soon as possible, because I know that they show that Bernie has won. I did see a tweet saying that he has a source that claims that Bernie Sanders has emerged victorious, and it's very obvious that Bernie has won, and they're trying to downplay it. So we'll give you more updates as I can.